Plus here at the launch of Macto MMA in Milton Keynes with Ross Lawrence, GM of the promotion at General Maniac, as you mentioned it. First of all, Ross, you're well known on the MMA scene for Impact. What brought you together with TMT to form Macto?
Well, obviously myself, Brad, James, Wad and Chris have known each other for a very, very long time. We were heavily involved with TMT. We did all their branding for them. We helped them with their logos. We did all their clothing. We did the sponsorship. We ran everything down there for those guys. Did all their banners, etc. We've known them for, as I say, for a very long time. We'd had conversations about doing something together previously, and there came a point where actually we went, do you know what? You guys have hit a ceiling. Let's have a conversation. Can we grow it? Can we help you get to the next level? And with the experience that myself, Wad and Chris bring to the table, we're hoping that we'll be able to help drive them to the next level, and we're really pleased to be part of the team.
It's a very busy scene out there with the other promotions. Where do you see Macto standing right now amongst those other promotions?
Genuinely, I think we're pretty good at the moment. Although we haven't had our first show, and obviously this is going to be our inaugural event. The card that we've put together so far, now bearing in mind it's been a very short time, I think we've blown most things out of the water. With unfortunately what has been seen as the demise of Cage Warriors, we're still left in muddy water as to whether that's actually going to come back. But genuinely, obviously, BAMMA are seen as the #1 show, certainly within the UK, probably within Europe at the moment. I think we've got a pretty good standing with regards to those guys. We know all the guys there; they know all of us. They put on a really good show, and hopefully we'll put on a really good show too.
You're looking to fill that Cage Warriors void, perhaps?
Hey, if we can, that'd be brilliant. It's a big shoe to fill. However, I think with the team that we've got and the people involved, I don't think it'll be long before we're certainly seen in that ilk. Wad's known everybody, and everybody knows who Wad is. I don't know many people that have had a negative experience working with Wad. He's always genuinely upfront, honest. He's always tried to promote the sport in a positive manner, much like myself. He's certainly the more stable out of the two of us. He is my yin and yang. I will explode. He will calm the situation down. I want things done yesterday. He's prepared to be patient. So we trade off each other really well, to be honest with you.
And as I mentioned, you're known on the MMA scene for Impact. You're tied to a lot of big-name fighters on the UK scene. Is there potential that they could be following you here to Macto?
I would love them to, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, we've said, guys out there in the MMA scene at the moment, they've got to earn. We've talked about contracts being exclusive and things like that. However, why are we going to tie people down? We're on our first show. Don't get me wrong, I think we're going to blow people out of the water and it's going to shock a lot of people. However, we still need to be able to push the guys and their careers, and they've still got to earn money. At the moment, the money's not quite there, but we're hoping that as we grow, the money's going to be there for our guys. This is a family. We're all family. We've known each other far too long. All the fighters that we bring in, all the fighters we work with at Impact, we've always treated them like family. We're there as long as they want us to be there, and that's the same with the show.
And you've already mentioned you won't be tying fighters down to exclusive contracts. Is that something that you think the MMA scene needs to allow it to develop, to allow fighters to develop so that they can go here or there, fight fights that people want to see them fight that they wouldn't otherwise have been able to do with an exclusive contract?
I think people want to see genuinely good fights, and whether that be on one show, across several shows, whatever it is, people have got to earn. It's all about them trying to earn a living. If a guy's injured 1 month when your show is, but they're signed to you exclusively, and your next show isn't for 2-3 months, what's he going to do for 2-3 months? If he can fight next month, why shouldn't he go to another show? Why shouldn't he go on a good fight? We've seen great fights take place outside of exclusive contracts. Okay, they might not necessarily take place as MMA, they might be K1. I mean, we've all seen the Colin Fletcher and the Andre winner already go at K1, and Colin's got the win there. We're about to see Colin versus Andre MMA. I think it's going to be a different story, and I do, sorry Colin, but my money's on Andre right now. I'm genuinely pleased that Andre's got to fight, because he's really difficult. He's a really, really hard guy to match right now. Look at the level of opponent. You know, not many shows have got a continual stream of that level of opponent. It's very difficult, unless you're going to bring in somebody from outside of your known circle as such. There's a limited shelf life. The UK is too small to do that. You know, so why? You know, why restrict the guys from earning?
You've got the 4 guys here today. You've mentioned there's some Irish fighters. You're yet to reveal there's a fighter from the US.
Yes.
How long are you looking to leave it to build up a solid roster through the divisions?
We would hope that we are aiming towards a solid roster, I would guess. Let's be honest, we've got middle of next year before we've got a solid roster. You know, by that point we'll have had 6 shows underway. 6 shows is when you start to build up a solid game plan. You know, if I said we had 25 fights on the first show, brilliant. But you're going to have 25 fights, you're going to have 25 people losing. You know, would you call them part of a solid roster? Who knows? You know, you look at the top 30 at the moment in most weight categories, they're either ex-Cage Warriors or they're signed to BAMMA at the moment. You know, but we're hoping that the guys that are coming through the ranks, they see our show, they come to our show, they experience our show, and ultimately they'll want to come here as opposed to going anywhere else. You know, let's see how we pan out.
Ross, thanks very much. This is MMA Plus at the launch of Macto MMA.